Before the bell ruled us, the school was just a school. Walls, dormitories, noise that meant nothing. Students ran when they were late. Teachers shouted because shouting was expected. Punishments were simple, painful, and forgettable. No one disappeared, and no one came back wrong. The mango tree wasn't special at first. It was planted during renovation season beside the assembly ground. A replacement for an old tree that had been cut down. A decision made by paperwork, not ritual. It was supposed to grow slowly, give shade years later. Small, harmless. Students sat under it to read. Teachers leaned against it during assembly. No one warned anyone away. The first boy was late on a Sunday. Lights out had already passed. The compound was quiet, lower, the kind of quiet that listens. He was tying his metal box when the bell rang. Not loud, not angry, just present. Then he heard his name, and like everyone trained by registers and roll calls, he answered. They didn't mean to replace him. That part is always removed from the story. The matron found him at dawn, standing under the mango tree, still in uniform, shoes dusty, eyes open. But something about him was unfinished. He trembled like someone remembering cold long after warmth had returned. His mouth moved before sound arrived. His eyes focused, then drifted. Something had followed his voice back, something that understood names, but not people. The teachers panicked. Parents were coming. Inspectors were scheduled. Registers had to be clean. The founder was called. He stood under the mango tree longer than anyone else, touched the bark, listened. Then he did something very small. He adjusted a name. One stroke of ink. One lie meant to protect order. Just once. The boy returned to class the next day. Same face, better posture, too obedient. He followed rules before they were spoken. Stood when others hesitated. Smiled only when expected. No one asked questions. Because the school felt calmer, and the mango tree grew. Rules became sharper after that. Lights out meant silence. Silence meant safety. Names were called twice during roll call. Counts were checked at night, and again before dawn. And when students went missing, replacements arrived before morning. Cleaner, calmer, easier to manage. The school learned. The mango tree fed. Some students noticed small things, shadows that leaned toward the tree, reflections that blinked late, photographs where the same smile appeared, decades apart. But systems don't investigate what keeps them stable, because truth collapses systems. Then Sola ran, and the gate opened. Just once. People think the gate was locked with iron. It wasn't. It was locked with habit. Fear had sealed it for decades. When Sola ran and wasn't replaced before morning, the school hesitated. For the first time, absence stayed absent. The bell began to falter. Sometimes it rang late, sometimes unevenly, like it was unsure. Counts failed. Replacements arrived confused. Some hesitated before answering names. Some refused to stand under the tree. The mango tree weakened, not because it was attacked, but because obedience was no longer complete. On the final night, the bell rang, clear, sharp, and no one moved. Not frozen, choosing. The matron raised her whistle, her hand shook. She remembered her first night, her own name whispered softly from outside her dorm. She lowered the whistle. For the first time in her life, she did nothing. The mango tree split at dawn, not violently, tiredly, like something old being released from duty. Roots withdrew, shadows loosened. Those under the tree felt weight return to their bodies. Time rushed back into them, Some screamed, some cried, some simply sat down and breathed. Now the compound is empty, the bell is still there, silent. The mango tree is a stump, but sometimes, at night, when the wind passes just right, you can hear footsteps, late ones, and a voice testing the air, calling a name, soft, careful, because places that learn control never forget it. And schools like this don't die, they wait. If this story unsettled you, good. It means you were listening. Stories like this don't end, they echo. If you want more dark Nigerian stories, places with rules you were never meant to question, subscribe, because the next story is about a matron where every punishment count. After lights out, we don't answer our names.